Hey friends, thanks for joining me today in the kitchen. My name is Summer Ryan with Whole Nourish, and spring is officially here, which means that Easter's right around the corner. One of the most popular selling candies around Easter time is Reese's peanut butter eggs. And unless you don't like chocolate or you don't like peanut butter, you probably love Reese's peanut butter eggs. But also, as you probably know, they probably aren't the most healthy. They do have a lot of refined sugar as well as some artificial ingredients and additives. So you know that I like to make desserts healthier. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so what I have done is made a healthy version of the Reese's peanut butter egg. My version is vegan, gluten-free, and no added refined sugar. And they're really pretty easy to make. There's no baking involved. And anyway, I'm going to show you how to make these. They've been a huge hit in my house, and I hope they are in yours as well. So the first thing we're going to do is in a medium-sized saucepan over a medium heat, we are going to add 1 cup of peanut butter. Make sure you're using a peanut butter that peanuts are the only ingredient. We are going to add ½ a cup of maple syrup. We are going to add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And we're just going to stir this up just until it's combined. We don't want it heating up or boiling or anything. And I've actually turned the heat off at this point. I just didn't want it to get too hot for me to handle in a little bit. But we're just going to stir it until it's nice and creamy. And then, right into that, we are going to add between 1/2 cup and 3/4 cup of coconut flour. And the coconut flour is what is going to give this a cookie dough consistency. And we want it to have a cookie dough consistency because we're going to be forming this into our eggs, into the shape of eggs. So the coconut flour just gives us this cookie dough consistency. See how it's thickened up here? All right, and we'll just give it a couple minutes just to cool down a little bit, and then we will form it into our eggs. Okay, so I took the dough out of the saucepan and just dumped everything into this big bowl. And you've got this workable kind of cookie dough consistency. And what we can do is just form these into little kind of patties. And then we're just going to shape it into the shape of one of those Reese's eggs. Or I found this little silicone mold at a grocery store this past weekend, and you can just pop the dough into these little things, and either way is fine, the hand-formed method or the molds. And we are going to put these in the refrigerator just to firm up and get them ready to be dipped in chocolate. So we'll put them in the refrigerator either for 30 minutes, or if you're in more of a time crunch, you can just put these in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so our last step in this process is we've cooled these off, and we've melted our chocolate chips and our coconut oil. So now we have a nice smooth dipping chocolate, and we are just going to dip our eggs in there and put them on some wax paper. It's going to get a little messy, but that is how we make these bad boys. And they
are so good, y'all. Everyone who I have given some to has absolutely loved them. So I look forward to hearing how you all like them. And you could, what I do after I've done all this is I will put them back in the refrigerator just so that the chocolate hardens. And then do store them in the refrigerator, and I would imagine that they would last, if they lasted that long, you know, probably a good week easily in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Thanks for watching. Enjoy these.